What's happening, party people? We are so close. Here's the thing. We are so close, and yet this is probably going to take the longest, I think, of any trophy. Like, any singular trophy, I should say. Um, so, we're back with more Ratchet and Clank Size Matters, the PS4, uh, the PS4 port that added trophy support, and we have like 2 trophies left and then the platinum. So technically 3. We only need to pop 2, and one of them is by a Titan weapon, which is just the second level of any weapon that we've already fully upgraded. Easy. I want to save up for a specific one, you know, one that I'll actually use instead of just buying one to buy one. And then the other... can we avoid that damage? Did we talk about those being Kratos? I believe so. I believe we... Do my little guys... If my little guys get hit, do I lose my... No, okay. That's fine. But yeah, those little guys, they just have, like, they have the little red mark and everything. They're just Kratos. But yeah, so we need to buy a Titan weapon, which is various amounts of money. And then we need to buy the R.Y.N.Oh, which, oh boy. Because the R.Y.N.Oh is like 10 million, and we're sitting just short of 2. That's 500, so that's, yeah, 1 million. Never mind. We are sitting at 1,199,000. We're sitting short of 1.2 million, and we need 10. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Alright, get my little guys in front here. Nope, get them. What? You know what? Good enough. No. How do I get out? There we go. So yeah, today is just going to be up. Alright, he fell. Just like I knew he would. Wait. He didn't just fall. He straight up despawned. Did he fall through the map? No. No. Alright, hang on. Let's back up. Grab this guy again. Okay, that should be fine. Okay. So long as we stay at times 12 bolt multiplier, we should be fine. It shouldn't take too long. I think this stream is going to take... I think it's going to take the whole day, and it's just going to be us, like, skipping through the story again. 2 years. It should not take 2 years. It's... The thing that it is upsetting about this game, though, is even in this beautiful new, you know, PlayStation remaster, you know, PS4, PS5 remaster, everything still loads really slow, like it did on the PSP. They didn't even... There was no upscaling even between the PS2 port. This game was just never optimized. You know, I can understand it if, you know, the bridge loads really slow, because that's what the PSP could handle. Oh my God. Oh, you see this shit? Worst thing to imagine texture-wise. Clank's fleshy pores. Clank's pores. It would, truly. It would be the worst. Whoops. Hell yeah. Clank's disgusting metal pores that are just full of gunk because he doesn't wash his robo face because he doesn't have to because he's a robot. Wonder what all kinds of work can go into a remaster? I would imagine there could be some instances. I guess it depends on how... You know, it depends on how many of the files they have. Because the company that made this game isn't around anymore. So I don't know where the original files would be. I don't know who would have those. But just thinking about it, say the we'll talk about like maybe the speed at which characters walk, which is really slow. You know, it just doesn't feel, because like that's just a thing about like input and animation. Maybe that's something they could work on, the AI of these little gadgebots, or even, you know, they're getting caught on geometry of just poorly laid out ramps is an issue. I tried to... All good. But like the thing that came to mind was so this game, you know, came out around the time of... Do you think this should have been more like the Chain of Memories? Where it's just like a completely different build, like the same story, but they built two completely different games? I don't think that. But I would say between the original PSP and the PS2 port that came out like a year later, I think, I would want, at the very least, a... yeah, I would want maybe an engine optimization where inputs work better, because there are instances where I push completely forward on this. I am pushing completely forward. Of course, it doesn't want to do it now that I'm trying to illustrate my point. But there are instances where I'm pushing completely forward in a mobile direction, and Clank is so slow. It happens with Ratchet, too. And I mean, the difference between porting... You can't save the story at that point. He fell asleep. So, Ratchet's whole character in this game is... I don't care about being a hero anymore. This whole adventure we're going on is bullshit. I hate this adventure. Who cares if there's, you know, people trying to destroy or take over the galaxy, you know, that usual stuff. He is such an asshole in this game. I wouldn't say as bad as the original game, where he's like the unlikely protagonist, but it's not a good look. I also hate this fucking clown shoe car. This clown shoe spaceship. But I mean, like, the thing that came to mind when I was talking about optimization was when we threw two of our little Gadgebots against some buttons to bring a bridge up. That bridge was so slow. Big Jimmy Neutron and Retroville's kids going to retro. Yeah, the original like the Jimmy Neutron movie getting a fucking carnival or no, it was like a Retroland. It was one of the Retroland rides. Yeah. Octopus Ferris wheel looking ass. Anything new here? Oh boy, so many things I'm not gonna buy. Yeah, the octopus was eight legs spinning, and then each leg had a little cup that was spinning. There was a Ferris wheel. There was the mummy ride. Bat out of heck.
Why? What have you heard? Who are you? I mean, what are you doing here? Did the committee send you? Sorry, sir.
Shut up. I hate you so much. It is. It's just someone's persona. Here's the thing. This is, like, the hoverboarding mechanic has been around since the very first game. They could have just gotten those NPCs back. You know, like, it could have been, like, Skid McMarks again. But no. They had to make it an OC. They had to make it an original character. Luckily, we don't have to do any of the other bullshit races. When in doubt, make a robot. Yes. Oh no. I died. Oh no. Hopefully there's rubber banding that makes the NPCs slow down. Robot Shaun White. Oh my god. Robot Tony Hawk. The Bird Bot. No, so the characterization of that weird persona is that he's a cheater. Like, every time you run into him, he's like, man, I'm not cheating. Why would you accuse me of cheating? I would never. What's wrong with you? And then you beat him in a race, and he's like, oh, cool, here, you can have this thing I was using to cheat. Like, the first time, it's like the shrink. I don't know. I think he just, like, offered us the shrink ray, actually, for this first one. But, like, the second time you run into him, again, he's being really shady. And he's just like, I'm not cheating. I'm not a cheater. Why would you even say that? And Clank is like, hey, is that, you know, a thing on your hoverboard? And he's like, oh, so it is. That's crazy. Who put that there? I didn't even notice. And then it's the polarizer, which changes, like, magnetic polarity for certain objects. And we just get it from him when we win. He's just like, damn, hunk of junk doesn't work. But also, this does not feel good. These races, I don't know if it's translating, but this is slow and boring as hell. I want a cheater angle, but I want the character to... No, 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 no! There we go. So grossly rich that he bribes everyone. I hate when a game makes an objective.
So, you said you'd give us something if we beat you?
Find the saboteur.
This is a shrink ray. They are very difficult to acquire.
Alright, here, man. You can have these two. Ugh, they're way too slippery for me to use.
Why even have that subplot if it does nothing or goes nowhere? Yeah, when it's just like a nameless NPC that's like, I wasn't cheating. Shut up. Be a character. Why would you give me a thread to pull on if it's nothing? Even if it's just like for like one side quest. If you make it an interesting side quest, that's fine. Homie got animated cutscenes. Exactly. Damn, so the B mines just leveled up, and they're already about to level up again. Cool. Realistically, I shouldn't use guns that use ammo, because I'm trying to save up money. But, like, it's fine. It gives me something to do. You know, level up these weapons. I mean, realistically, it's fine. There's some guns just turn people into them. There are two weapons in the game. One doesn't have ammo, and one turns smaller enemies into ammo, but just for that gun. So I guess realistically there are a couple weapons I could use. Like, realistically, I should be using the, I think it's called the R.Y.N.Oh. It's a laser gun that turns, no ammo, and it turns enemies into cows. There's just like a little meter that ticks up. You have to, like, shoot the laser at them for a certain amount of time. And realistically, I should be using the R.Y.N.Oh, and then I should be saving up to buy the Titan R.Y.N.Oh. But the gun in the new one that turns people into shrubbery. Oh my... Personally, I love it. I love that weapon. The, oh, I think it's called the Topiary Turret or something. It's just a little, like, automatic turret, but it's designed like those sprinklers. Those, like... It's so good. It's so fun. Oh yeah, one thing I do wish they would have put into the, so the camera is really limited in this game because the PSP only had one analog stick and two shoulder buttons. There was just a right and left shoulder button on that beam effects palette. Dude, it looks so good. But yeah, so the original game only had, like, a left and right, and then it only had, like, a movement stick. But on console, it's got an analog stick to move the camera, and it's got L2 and R2 just aren't even mapped to anything. Great design. But since you could only move the camera left and right with the shoulder buttons, there's no way to move the camera up or down. It's just left or right, which I think is really funny. I wish they would have mapped it, you know, they would have given some vertical functionality to the camera for the console port. However, this game just isn't finished. If I look up... Oh, this isn't the room. Well, there goes my illustrated point. Move in two directions. Here it is. There's just no roof on this room. Like, these, like, built things just stop. This is the skybox to where we were outside. And if you see into the next hallway, there's still no, roof. Only able to... I mean, so there is a strafe that like moves you in cardinal directions, and that's fine in some instances. That actually feels better to control. Trying to make games worse, right? All right, so I need 9,999,000. I guess we don't need, technically we don't need 10 million bolts. We just need 9,999,000. And we have 1.5 million. Repulsor shield, Titan electro rocket. How would I make the worst tank controls possible for a 3D platformer? Legitimately, Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D was tank controls in a 3D platformer. Ooh, the Armageddon. Okay. I'm going to buy the Titan Armageddon just to have, like, a powerful weapon that doesn't use ammo. I think in the long run, this will be smarter. But did you need both sticks to move in the 4 cardinal directions? No. So what it was for the stick moved you forward and back, and then when you hit left and right, you would tank control pivot, and then you could move forward and back. The only way to actually move left and right were, I think, the shoulder buttons, or maybe like it was either L1 R1 or L2 R2, and that was like a side hop. It was a side hop to dodge, like, enemies. So there wasn't, like, an actual left and right movement. It was forward and back, and then tank, like, pivot forward, pivot forward. It was bad. Like, every conceivable idea that I thought would have been, hooray, okay, one more. We just need to buy the R.Y.N.Oh, and then we're done. We just need one more. 2 things about this. Yes. We can do that without getting hit. No. Don't get hit. Grumble. You know Bubsy very well. I know Bubsy very well. Alright, fine, whatever. No, oh my god. Get out of these menus. Get out of these menus. None of the controls feel good in this fucking game. None of them make sense. It is not my favorite game. See, at some point, here's the thing, dude. This is defamation of character, and since it's in writing, this is libel. To quote J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, when it's written, it's libel. How dare you? When it's written, it's libel. How? Point it at him! Or it can just not do damage. Fuck this game. How many times have you played Bubsy? Once. I played Bubsy 3D once. Fucking hate this game. No. I hate it here so much. I cannot wait to be done with this game. Oh, the cows explode into milk. Oh, I hate that. Ugh. I love Bubsy. I miss Bubsy 3D. I remember when we were playing Bubsy 3D, we were having a great time. Just talking about the incredible level design and the cohesion. There was such a cohesive idea for Bubsy 3D. It felt bad. Realistically, though, realistically, I would still rather play this than Bubsy 3D. Bits aside, like, when legitimately, using Bubsy 3D as the new barometer for bad games, I respect all other games more that I considered bad games. It's like, oh, the one Ratchet and Clank game not made by Insomniac, Ratchet and Clank Size Matters, No, this is legitimately, we're fine. We're fine. I would rather play this. Come on. We got a bridge now. It's preoccupied for a moment. Were you clipping that? Were you clipping me saying I love Bubsy 3D? Oh, hey, look. More unfinished room. This one is worse because with the swing shot, with where the camera goes when you use the swing shot, you would still see this. You would see unfinished room. Oh, grumble, piss, and shit. See, like, why not just have one of those dudes for the hover thing? Oh, the cool robot? Like, the cool, like, hovering robot? Yeah, have these guys on the hover course? Damn. Or the red one? Yeah, and it would be really funny to have like an enemy type just appear in the game, or just appear as an NPC. You know, they do that in Ratchet and Clank 2. There's a great moment in Ratchet and Clank 2 where you're going through this like large like shipping facility. Like there's tons of like big shipping containers. And these, like, ravenous, mutated enemy types are coming out of the containers. And at the end of one of the routes on this planet, there's one, like, waiting for you. And Ratchet's, like, ready to strike. And, again, this is one of the models for, like, a ravenous, mutated enemy. But he's wearing, like, a monocle. And he, like, throws a scarf over his shoulder. He's like, oh, please, just get it over with. And he's just like this great one-off NPC where he's just like, I have nobody to converse with. All of my brothers, you know, all of my kin are non-verbal ravenous animals. Please, just do me in. And Ratchet, like, feels bad for a moment. He's like, hey, man, what's going on? And he explains, you know, it's like, I have nobody. I'm trapped in this facility. And he offers, like, if you give me, you know, I'll offer... He offers a trade of, like, an infobot for the next planet for some... Clank, would this be considered a mercy kill? But he offers, like, bolts for an infobot. And, it's a lot of bolts. Like, this is one of the... This is, like, the second... This is, like... No, this is the fourth last planet in the game. There's, like, 3 worlds after this one. Like, it's very late in the game. So it's a lot of bolts. Like, 30, 40,000. You give him the bolts, and in the cutscene after you give him the bolts, he's, oh, thank you very much. It's been an awfully long time since I've eaten. And he starts, like, eating the bolts. He's such a fun, like, one-off character. And it works, but, like, the furry just doesn't work in this game. I want to know what's up with this room, too. Just thinking about weird, like, awkward things in this game. What is the acid room? Why are we in the acid room? What is this? What is this acid room? Why is it here? What is it for? The furry doesn't work. And yet somehow they're rich enough for those insane commissions. Why are platforms submerged in the acid room? Why is this here? Who designed this? Okay, let's get the sniper mine out. Enemies are just gonna spawn in here. Nope. That didn't work. No, couple furries IRL have no idea how they do it. Like how they're furries, or just like how they somehow, how all furries are just rich. Because that boggles me. Truly baffles me. All right, we are at 265,000. We need 999 million. Are the greatest contributors to the arts. All they have access to some infinite vault of wealth and don't use it to initiate world domination. It also, because, like, it's also, you know, the like, there's also the community of, like, furry hackers, you know, the ones who, like, hacked the Pentagon. Excuse me. They got the Pentagon and I think NORAD. Like, do you remember this? There were, like, a couple instances, like, and it's the same group of furries that are, like, you know, they got the no-fly list. It has to be some Illuminati shit. They're using the furries to false flag. They know that the furries are coming, but they don't do anything to stop them. But you saying infinite vault of wealth makes me think of Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth, but they're in, like, furry mascot costumes. They're in the big fucking fursuits. How expensive are fursuits? Because, I mean, like, I always equate fursuits to just mascot costumes, because they're built a pretty similar way. Furry commissioners are the Illuminati? No! Okay. And do I have... Nope. Do I only have the 2 weapons to level up now? Well, the 2 old weapons to level up, and then the Armageddon. That's why they're supposed to be anonymous. The more powerful furries must have, like, a peace tree. They won't move until something happens. Depending on quality, anywhere from 1,000? Fuck, hang on. That caught me off guard. I need to be more alert for this section, just to not lose my multiplier. At the absolute cheapest, thousands upon thousands at top end. One I knew paid 1,000 just for the headpiece. Jesus. I don't... Why? I don't understand this culture. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't need to understand this culture. I don't need to understand, but you know what? Good for them. They can afford this really expensive lifestyle. Fuck. Look, you could go to your wedding with a made-to-order regular suit, or... Imagine, like, a wedding planner pitching that. Like, hey, just putting this out there. This is just an idea. You could take or leave my advice, but just, I'm gonna pitch something. And then that wedding planner was found in a ditch. Totally, look, you can totally ignore me. This is your special day, but... Damn it. Don't want to lose. Ugh. Thank God we got all of the skill points before the second playthrough. One of the skill points is to beat this guy with the wrench. Thank God we got that out of the way. Sometimes they just gots to be near you. Oh yeah, I deal with that every day. Our cat, he always wants in here. He always wants to be near. It's the most precious thing. Why? It's so slow. It's so slow. Okay, let's throw out a couple more of these guys. Let's throw... Monster fit aesthetically into this universe? No. I legitimately don't think Mungo fits aesthetically into this universe. If I'm being honest, I always thought his design was really cool, but really out of place. Is size still mattering? It unfortunately is. We are very close. We just need one more trophy, and then the platinum pops. The thing is, the last trophy we need is to buy the R.Y.N.Oh, which is like the most expensive weapon in the game, at 9,999,000. So, we're sitting at 420,000. We've got 420,000 bolts. We are not even a tenth of the way there. Now, to be fair, we did have 1.5 million at one point, but I bought the next level of a weapon because we did need to buy an upgraded weapon for another trophy. And this is just the smartest purchase because this one doesn't use ammo. So we're saving money in the long run by not having to buy up a bunch of ammo. You know, we'll just have a really powerful weapon that doesn't use ammo. So, in the long run, very good. However... Damn it. Oh, that... Why am I not jumping? So the reason I keep backing it up, the reason I keep, like... Why does jump not work? The reason I keep backing it up is because I'm trying to keep my multiplier to, you know, my times 12 multiplier to get the money as quickly as possible. Stay at times 12 multiplier. We lose that if we get hit. Weapons... Damn it. Okay, there. Now, I think the next place we're going is... Metalis? We're going to Ratchet's Dream or Metalis? Metalis, okay.
Where am I?
BattleBots time, soldier. Get the health. Luckily, we don't have to stay for all of the side quests here, like all of the Clank mini games. Fuck, where'd he go? Fuck. No, 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 no. He's gonna get the health. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we won. I'm just gonna double check. It's just money, right? Just... Okay. And it's not even enough... Like, it's not even money that's worth it, if I'm being honest. I think it's just smarter to go to levels with more enemies. You know, the further you get in the game, you find enemies that drop more money, boxes that drop more money, so I think it's smarter to just run as deep into the game as we can, and then just start grinding out money from there. I don't think we necessarily need to get back to, like, the final level. But maybe, we can go through, like, Chalix and the Dany Moon, just kind of go back and forth between those planets and get money. Oh, we don't lose our bolt multiplier if we get hit here. Because I just got hit, and I didn't lose the bolt multiplier. Oh, this is actually so good. This could actually be very good if we just get the bolt multiplier. Okay. Doesn't feel like we're getting the times 12 bolt multiplier. I could be wrong, though. These guys could just be worth, you know, absolute pittance. Okay. We got, what, 10,000 from those? 436 to 446 or something? We might have our bolt multiplier. It just doesn't feel like it. I would want more bolts from times 12, but again, it could just be how fucked the economy is in this game, being realistic. Luckily, though, we don't have to worry about getting the high score in this. You know, the two Clank flight levels have trophies, or have skill points, and we have them both. So we don't have to maximize our score output. Oh, okay, we're doing pretty good. We have 8 damn. Okay, yeah, we have 8 rockets. I'm just gonna just 'cause we haven't saved all stream. You haven't saved in an hour. We've got 8 rockets, and we can take all of those to the actual boss fight of this level, so that's awesome. Might use a couple of them once, like, enemies start... Oh, no. That is just the end of it. Okay. I thought there was another... Fuck. No, we got this. Fuck. No, we got this. Shit. Alright, so if 8 of those rocket attacks got him down to half-ish, including my normal like cannon fire. I wonder if the intention is that 20 full rockets... Oh, Jesus. If 20 full rockets are enough to... Okay, this is getting tight. No. 35. I think we can finesse it. I mean, we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna just play more defensively. Get shots in as we're going by, just trying to avoid enemy fire. Now we get... Okay. Oh, this is the only required Clank flight section in the game. The other one is totally optional. We're fine. This is probably going to be one of just the more aggravating parts of the game, but... Or at least for the stream today, but no, we are cooking. We're almost to 500,000, which means we're around a 20th of the way there, I think is how the math breaks down. Eh. $12 health. All right. No. No. I need to play more defensively. Wait for an opening. And again, just poorly designed fight. All of the this boss has 3 different attacks that are timed out differently. So come on, there's no health left. There. Ugh. Let's get the fuck out of here. Take me to the Ratchet dream level. Take me to the nightmare.
You're going to need a bigger scalpel, Doctor. Whoa there!
Oh yeah. The times 12 is working now. Just got 50,000 from those boxes. Now the times 12 is working. Thank God. Alright, that's fully upgraded. Thank God, now we are cooking. We've already gotten 200,000 just from being here. I don't think we'll be able to keep the times 12 multiplier through the actual medical facility, like through the actual hospital level. Just because of the density of the enemies there. Okay. Optical macer array. Okay. Back to my cow gun. Ooh, another set of armor. How much armor do we have for the ice armor? Hang on. We have gloves and the boots. And then that's the chest piece, the body armor. I think the ice helmet is also just... I'm pretty sure the ice helmet is also just on the normal path. Alright, I'm gonna look up real quick what we can do with this armor, see if we can get a better armor set that does more damage reduction than 84. Okay. Size matters. Armor sets. Cool, it's already in my search history. Armor sets. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. We actually only need these and then the crystal helmet. So what does Ice Armor 2. Hyper Strikes create a wall of icicles that block enemy attacks. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. It's better than nothing. We almost have 1,000,000 again. And now, we only need to use the Armageddon. The Armageddon. Scary. Hate that. Okay. How we doing today? Oh, you know, it's another day. I'm doing okay. I wouldn't say I'm doing great, but I'm doing okay. What about you, Arrow? How are you living? Alright, I think... Oh, gotcha. So it's gonna be, pretty busy. Like, it's one of those things where you're busy now and you're only gonna get busier. Hopefully when this other family member moves in, it'll be, you know, my mentality of, you know, more hands make less work. So, you know, hopefully that family member will be able to help out around the house. Gotcha. Well... Well, I hope it goes well. You know, I hope, I also hope, and I know this can't always be the case, but I hope, you know, everybody's on good terms with each other. You know, a lot of times, it's a lot of, you know, especially nowadays, cost of living going up. A lot of times it's easier for, you know, family to move in together, you know, it's easier for that stuff, but they're not always, on the best terms. It's just, you know, financially more reasonable. But I hope it goes well, and I hope everybody is, I hope it goes as smooth as it can, and I hope everybody's on, you know, good terms. Ooh, I want it. Alright. Almost to 2 million. Okay, I think this is the most money we've had in the game so far. We're... okay. I love that this slight slope just makes the enemy exist on a completely different plane. This flying enemy exists completely irrelevant of what I'm doing. I love it. Okay. You know, honestly, I guess we could have waited. We didn't technically have to get this skill point on the first playthrough. Because we're still going to be trying to... So the skill point for this section is to not get hit. And you can only get it once per playthrough. Because this fight does not come back when you re-enter the dream. For the most part. Move aside from... Gotcha. Well, here's... I still hope everything goes well, and I hope that, you know, these are all, you know, fully grown adults involved. I hope conversations can happen. I hope just reasonable conversations can happen and people are able to talk things out. Now that these changes are happening. Was ist das?
Nice to have you back.
Where are we?
We were both double-crossed by Luna. I do not know why she did it, but I saw a video of you undergoing some tests. They were extracting something from you.
That's weird. I've got a major headache, but other than that, I feel okay.
Well, if we are going to get to the bottom of this, the first thing we need to do is get out of here and find Luna.
That's okay, Clank. I'll handle this one.
And he's mad and angry and so poorly written. Mature? Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing. You know. It's always it baffles me just, you know, being an adult. It baffles me after a certain point how much experience somebody can have, you know. I don't want to say like how old they are, but how much experience somebody can have and still act a certain way, you know? I'm not saying you need to act your age all the time. You know, I still play children's games. Look at this, I'm playing a children's game. But like, there's still like a time and a place. Oh, I'm not losing my multiplier when I'm getting hit here. Okay. Ugh. I forgot in this section they only give you some of your weapons back. And these are weapons that I do not care about. Fun. I still don't know if I feel admiration or pity towards your willingness to go through these games like you do. Two things can be true. I don't think anybody should admire me. But I also don't think anybody should pity me. You know, Monday games, these aren't even voted on by people. This is just something I wanted to do. Just because getting the platinum trophies in video games gives me the smallest amount of dopamine. My dopamine receptors, you know, respond to this. The drive, the willingness, the stick-to-itiveness. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Let's save it again real quick. I just want my cow gun back. Where's my cow gun? I mean, I know where it is, but it's gonna be, Okay, does Ratchet getting... Okay, technically, in this section I'm playing as Clank. Does Ratchet getting hit... Does Ratchet getting hit destroy my multiplier? I guess we don't have to find out if I just play good. Nope, okay. Cool. I'm just at half health. Oh, I admire the determination of people on shows like Wipeout. Willingness to run into a wall 10 times. But it may also qualify as insanity. You know, people often tell me I should get checked out, but I think it's fine. I think I'm doing the best that I can. Fuck. May just be into pain. No, it's not. Thing is, it's not even painful. I think after a certain point, it can be mentally exhausting, but it's not painful. Cool, that's just like... There it is. Give me the cow gun. Fairness, though, you could say that about completing any game, like how I platinumed. Yeah, I got the platinum in God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, but to be fair, those are beautiful games. I wouldn't say that's like even a terrible game to platinum, if I'm being honest. Just because that game plays so well, the atmosphere is so like rich. I loved playing those games. Alright, let's go back to the quick select, and of course I put garbage in my fucking... Put that there, and then we need these. Crash Bandicoot 1. Ew. Ew. I can't even beat Crash 1 Insane Trilogy. I don't know if you were there for that stream. What's going on, Sapphire? I don't know if you were there for that stream, Arrow, but I tried Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and I talked a lot about how the Insane Trilogy in particular, I just can't wrap my head around. I'm just no good at. I didn't grow up with Crash Bandicoot, to be fair. I don't have nostalgia. I don't have the muscle memory. But yeah, I just couldn't fucking do it. Fuck. Splatoon 3? I mean... I really liked... I think it was Splatoon 2 that I played a bit of, and then Nintendo started charging you for Nintendo Online, so I stopped playing Splatoon. Oh yeah, like, I do not have the determination to even play that game. I do not have the determination to even play Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Fuck. Oh, fuck, there's a lot of them. Alright, hang on. I will look back at chat in a second. I need to fucking focus. Oh, God. Oh, God. On the one hand, I don't lose my multiplier if I get hit. On the other hand, there's so many of them. Oh, fuck. Where did you come from? Ugh. Okay. That's fine. Okay, we're good. I was broke during pretty much the entire shelf life of Splat 3, so honestly, I'm just waiting to see if they make a 4. That's fair. Miss Splatoon 2 days. Nintendo really has to extend the lifespan of these Splatoon games away from just 2 years. Heard Salmon Run in 3 was real fun. I really like Splatoon 2. Did Splatoon 3... have a solo mode? For some reason in my head, I seem to remember them talking up a like single player mode in Splatoon 3, but I don't know if that was just people hoping or if that was an actual feature. I mean, I figured. If you've been playing Splatoon 3, I figured you had the online expansion. Nope. Nope. Fuck. Okay. We're doing fine. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. We're at 3 million. We are a third of the way there. Ah, fuck, another one of these. This Splatoon game so far is only 2 years of support? Splatoon on PC would be awesome. I would, because, like, for, like, Steam support and stuff, you don't have to pay to play online. Which is, you know, a ludicrous thing that consoles require. That every console does, that I'm so fucking mad about. Making you pay to play online is so infuriating. Like, I get the subscription service for, like, oh, you get these games, you know, for the monthly fee. You get, like, a free game every month, or a couple free games every month from, you know, PlayStation Online or whatever. But the baseline making you pay to play online is server upkeep, though? I guess. Like, they're not making so much money as is. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. As a PlayStation fan, I'm willing to cop to the fact that PlayStation lost that generation in like the console war debacle, which console wars are bullshit. I'll always say it, but PlayStation 3 lost to the 360. But fuck. Why am I turning that way? I know they want to show me, like, oh, look at the guys. Okay. It's bold Nintendo to charge for something they themselves are really only tackling now.
This station is about to explode. We must leave now.
Here it is. Luna's last entry.
Good. Funny enough, PS3 technically won by sales numbers, though The Last of Us and Xbox decision to just give up and play with the Kinect. Yeah, okay. No, that's fair. Like, if we're talking number to number, and I mean, to be fair, the PS3 had great games. Like, the PS3 had great games, and when you look at PlayStation exclusives, I think PlayStation has always had more variety than Xbox, but Xbox was extremely samey during the 360 generation. They had, you know, Gears of War, Halo, like they had a market. They targeted a very specific market. Also, it was the cheapest Blu-ray player. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Early generations of the PS3, they did start developing issues if you played too many Blu-rays on the PS3. They started developing, like, disc reading issues.
Okay, here's the deal.
Shut the fuck up, dude. But yeah, if Splatoon was on... Because I've talked a lot about how I don't like a lot of, you know, competitive games. If Splatoon was on PC, I'd play Splatoon. Separate HD DVD drive was the most hilarious. Yeah, but, like, the PS2 was fucking sick. The PS2 was awesome. Fuck. Which I really hates. Also the cheapest DVD player at the time. Yeah, like I'm not saying that it will, but we were talking about if it did. If Splatoon got if Splatoon made it to consoles with, or if Splatoon made it to PC with crossplay, it's not gonna happen. But we can dream. Like, of all the games companies, I think Xbox is most likely to drop out of consoles first. It's like Xbox, then PlayStation. I think Nintendo is going to be going strong with consoles for years to come. So long as they keep the same level of, like, interesting innovation and ideas. Because Nintendo is known for, you know, having the Game Boy, you know, a sustainable, you know, marketable, fun handheld device, into the DS, the Wii with, you know, motion controls have come a long way since then, but still, it was innovative, it was new, it was cool. The Wii U was interesting. The Switch, super innovative. So long as they keep that level of engagement to advancements in technology. Hang on. Oh, man. I will catch up on chat in a second. I just want to make sure... Well, I just want to get through this bullshit race. Cool, I didn't hit anything, but alright. Go off. And then drop down here. I can pick up that. If I turn a little more, I can pick that up. Alright. I'm seeing some glimpses of what y'all are talking about. I'll be able to look again in a second. Oh, that was awesome. Thanks for... I love when the jump button, or the boost button works. I'm being sarcastic. I hate it when it doesn't work. Okay, just 2 laps. Alright, what's going on? Legally play Pokemon on Steam Deck. Xbox's problem is trying to include features as an afterthought. The original Xbox could technically play DVDs, but you needed to buy a separate remote. But only if you bought an entire disc drive. It's really just Disney, the video game company. True. Moving into video games, trying to do some sort of merger with Epic. Oh, I heard about that, yeah. It's fine as long as you're using your ROMs that you dumped. Yeah. That you are using a BIOS that you got from legally purchasing said console, converted it to your PC as we all do. Think Nintendo should just keep making Switch consoles from here on out? No more weird experiments and innovations that almost kill you, Nintendo? No. I think the Switch is great, but here's the thing. Years ago, and by years I mean like maybe 2, there was an executive from Nintendo of America. I don't think it was Doug Bowser, but it might have been Bowser. He said, whatever is next for Nintendo, the next Nintendo console is not going to be a Switch 2. He did say, and I think people forget about this, but he did say years ago that the next Nintendo console, they're looking to have 2 concurrent consoles. Whatever. It's going to be something weird as hell. Yeah. But what was talked about and what the plan was, and this, again, this was the plan years ago. They said it's not going to be a Switch 2, and whatever games come out next they're going to build separate builds for the Switch, because the Switch is such a unique and successful console. They're going to keep support for the Switch, as well as whatever this new console is, which, if I had to bet, dollars to donuts, is going to be probably a more competitive home console. Something with innovation, something that is unique, but something that would be able, because they're porting a lot of really intensive games to Switch that are requiring, cloud play, or you download half the game and you have to play online for the rest of the game, shit like that. So if I had to guess, it would be a more competitive home console that would allow you to play these games more consistently, more natively. And so you would have the Switch as well as whatever this new console is. I legitimately hate when people say Switch 2, because I don't think it's going to be a Switch 2. They had, the Nintendo into the Super Nintendo, the Wii into the Wii U, the DS into the 3DS. They have these consistent naming patterns, but any guesses for what may be the next console? I have a guess as to what the controller may be based on the Wii Remote Joy-Con tech vibrator with motion control haptic feedback. It would be interesting. I think the DualSense's haptic feedback, though, is trademarked by PlayStation. It would be cool if other controllers got haptic feedback, but I think the DualSense is a proprietary trademarked technology, which is why the Xbox One or the Series controller doesn't have it. But they gotta be just doing what they used to, right? Handheld console running at the same time. Yeah, I mean, just Bluetooth instead of link cables. Yeah, I think legitimately, because there was the Switch Lite, which was handheld only, because as cool as the Switch is, I upgraded earlier this year to the OLED Switch. Great console. I love the OLED Switch. I think we're going to be getting concurrently better versions of the Switch. As technology advances, we're going to be getting, cool versions of the Switch. And then we're going to be getting a concurrent home console that runs games better. Joy-Con vibration tech is pretty good. Xbox is just copy-pasting their controller, stretching the image. Listen, if I have to embrace AI, fine, but it's got to be on my terms. I won't accept AI until they give us real-life net Navis, like in Mega Man Battle Network. I would be... Oh my god. The money doesn't even fit in the fucking money space anymore. So embarrassing. Give me guts, man, or give me death. Alright. Onward to Chalix, which is the first level I remember of actually getting real money in this game, so I'm excited to finally, we're already at, a third of the way there. It's not going to take long for us to get halfway there. I think we can get 2 million bolts on this planet easy. Morgan Freeman or Nathan Fillion AI to narrate my games. Nah, I want the little Peter Dinklage robot from Destiny 1. I want Dinklebot. That's what I want my AI companion to be. Copilot was NetNavi. Would have signed the fuck up. Who did they replace Dinklebot with? Wasn't it Nolan North? Didn't they get Nolan North for the little Destiny fucking ghosts? Oh my god, they're called ghosts. I just unlocked like so much memory just thinking about that. Remembering like back when Destiny was good with Destiny 1. I never got into Destiny 2, so this is coming from a place of ignorance. But I did not like Destiny 2. The floodgate hath opened. Truly it has. I played so much Destiny 1. Which is why Destiny 2 was such a fucking disappointment. Because it felt like starting Destiny 1 all over again with absolutely, like, no... It didn't feel like they respected me as a longtime player and fan to just... Same with, like, Overwatch 2. I didn't feel respected or valued as a longtime fan of just, like, start everything over again, nothing you did mattered. You're back to square one. Especially with how similar, at least at launch, with how... I don't know where Destiny 2 is at now, but with... Got Destiny 2 free from GameStop as an employee. I still wish could have gotten my money back. Yeah. What a time. All right. You can be the polarizer. It truly. And like it didn't even feel any better. It still felt like Destiny 1. Like, I feel so bad for Bungie, because it was... How Blizzard is? This is the same company that had a breast milk thief. Could have been so much more different instead of just Destiny 1 with more features. It could have been. And, like, I remember how insane everybody was going for, oh my god... PlayStation bought Bungie. PlayStation bought the Halo company? That's insane. And then it's just Destiny. And again, I never want to yuck anybody's yum. There are people, you know, they love Destiny 2. They still love World of Warcraft. They still love Overwatch 2. There are people that make these, you know, big online games. Those are the games they play. They love them. Totally fine. Play whatever makes you happy. It is your time and it is your money. Spend it how you want. But also, PlayStation buying Bungie was so fantastic for the first 7 seconds, and they remembered how many game Bungie released in recent years. How many game? Because it was like they made Destiny 1 in partnership with PlayStation, and they were like, this is going really well. Bye. If I have aliens, robots capable of magic, humans, and they all look and play the same, yeah, oh my god, everything was just cosmetic in that game. The fact that everything in that game was just cosmetic felt so bad. And even the cosmetic options, there was like... And all the cosmetics were shit. Yeah. In total, it's like... yeah. It's fucking rough, dude. Alright, we're almost halfway there. We're almost halfway to 9,999,000 for the R.Y.N.Oh. People pay for them. And that's the thing. All we can do is speak with our wallets. And people do speak with their wallets. People buy these. People buy these expansions. People buy these games. so companies keep making them because people buy them. 3 actual things, 5 variations of the same. All right. Oh shit. There he is. About to say there should be more guys. No. People also pay for bath water. You're right. As disgusting as that is. Speak fucking loud with our wallets and I hate it. Yup. I remember just thinking about, like, the recent flop of Concord. Concord is, you know, still in my memory. I'm going to be talking about it the last Sunday this month, you know, during the news podcast live stream thing, hanging out with you guys. Thinking about Concord. I'm going to be talking about Concord forever. There's still a way, because PlayStation was really banking on people loving Concord. And for people who subscribe to, I don't want to say subscribe to because it's not technically a paid service, but for people that pay attention to the PlayStation Stars program, which is sort of a loyalty rewards thing for PlayStation, where, like, every time you like buy a game digitally on the PlayStation storefront, you're given some points back, and then you can redeem these points for, like, a $5 coupon and a $20 coupon, or you can, like, save up all these points and then buy a game at full price with these points, like the point conversion. Like, some of the rewards are just games at full price. But I digress. They were giving hundreds of points for pre-ordering Concord. Talk about 2 types of people who criticize stupidity and the bigot who uses it fuel for their rage for the next year. And here's the thing. It had players. It didn't have a lot, obviously. I feel bad for, like, I'm not going to, like, ballpark a number, but I feel bad for the people that did enjoy Concord. You know, the people who played it, and I honestly, a little bit of me wishes I had all 7 of them. But see, I want to feel bad for the devs and the players. Yeah, because the developers didn't ask for this. This was their first game. Fire Team. I don't remember what Concord's dev team was called, but this was their first game. Sony started a company and then gave them the project. They said, you're going to be making Concord. Which, that's got to be rough. Which is why always grain of salt. But Sony's statement was, we're taking Concord offline, we're taking it off the storefront, we're going to reevaluate how to better reach the fan base with this game. Make it a solo experience. Give me actual likable characters. Don't tell me they're likable and give me 1 minute of cutscene, like, every month. Whatever their selling point was of, like, oh, you get, like, you're gonna be drip-fed story. Give me actual narrative to make me fall in love with these characters. Sony needs a damn refund system that works? Truly. Truly. The fact that it took a terrible game for them to even consider refunds. I am a huge PlayStation fan. I buy, PlayStation games digitally. I buy them physically, I prefer buying them physically, but if I can get a game for, $10 on PlayStation Store, sure. Have to separate our sympathies for the dev teams. Yes, so 100% companies are not your friend, but also understand that there are real people working there. Nobody sets out to make a bad game, Nobody's going out of their way to make bad games. You have to understand, when crunch happens, have sympathies for the people that are getting crunched on. Have sympathy for those developers. Nobody's asking for this. There are people in positions of power, producers and stuff, making these decisions. Fuck. Hang on. I'll allow that. Physical copies, though, mainly buy games for my PC. Switch, because frame rates. That's fair, and I think we talked about this. I'm not a frame rate hoe. I'm perfectly fine at, like, you know, like this is running at 30 frames per second, and I am totally fine with that. 45. I have some games where it's like, if I can play at, you know, 45 frames per second and still get really high fidelity, I prefer beautiful, detailed worlds. It's still, you spelled it out and they still fucking caught it. The thing that sucks is I'm allowing these terms, and I know there's something that's gonna, like, sneak past me. Like, I allowed hoe as a term, and I know somebody's gonna start using it, like, as an actual derogatory term now that I've allowed it, and I'm not gonna catch it because Twitch is no longer gonna, you know, flag it. That's gonna suck. We'll burn that bridge when we cross it. Alright, hang on. Aw, it's all good. Sorry. I felt a knot in my hair. I'm sorry if that is, like... Sorry to... Alright, boss fight time. Oh yeah, I fucking hate it. And with curly, poofy hair, it's most of the time. Alright. It's not the worst in the world. I used to, you know, grass is always greener. I used to be like, damn, I wish my hair wasn't like this. But no, I like my hair. You know, I'm just learning. It's one of those things where I just had to learn how to take care of it. You know, I had to learn how to take care of it. I had to learn, you know, what looks did and didn't work. And so far, the hairbands have really been working. I've been getting a lot of compliments on the hair, on this, like, hairband look. Corpo game dev. Bottom line is, of course, they should have the same rates as everything else. There's honest to God no winning in this situation. Same as it ever was, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Best we can do is just be mindful, you know? Not on that angle? What are we talking about then? All right, see how Sony weaponized that team as a shield? No. They weaponized, like, I don't remember what they're called. Something tells me fire is in the name, like Fire Squad or something. Like the team that made Concord. So I'm gonna let the dev team more or less air out their grievances. I mean, I guess that's cool that, you know, they feel heard. That they feel they are allowed to do that. I sincerely hope that people understand that bringing awareness to problematic practices does not insult you as a person for consuming a product. It doesn't. That's always, like, the worst feeling. When it's like... And again, this is why I say, like, I'm never here to yuck anybody's yum. When it's like... They should have unions for that. They should. Oh, what company was it that just unionized? I'll be talking about it at the end of the month, but there was a company, I think it was Blizzard. Hang on, I'm gonna double check real quick because there's a company, like a huge company that just unionized. Rocksteady, layoffs. Was that last month actually that? Well, I can't remember and I can't find it. But there was a huge game company that just should not be taking heat. Sony should be taking heat. Sony let the dev team take the heat. They don't let that happen for anyone else. It's very unfortunate because all young people's yums buying sports game have some self-respect, stop giving them money for the actual same game every year. That's pretty fair. Especially like FIFA. FIFA makes an insulting amount of money, realistically. It's insane to me how much money FIFA makes. And especially, there's some instances where, like, I'll take, like, wrestling games. Some years, the wrestling game is worse than it was last year. Some years, it's not the same game. It's worse. If we sympathize and purchase for that reason, then we're only reinforcing that product quality isn't what appeals to us. It's a company pretending and marketing itself as humans that appeal to us. Yes. Yes, like when we boycott a game, when we say we don't like your business practices, so we're not going to buy your game, what we're actually telling them is that your team made a bad game that we're not going to buy. So then the dev team, which may or may not have made a good product, the dev team is still taking the heat. No. Let's actually put the... Ah, fuck. Wait, what hit me? I'm not taking damage. Does the laser have a shield on it? Does this laser gun have a shield on it I just never knew about? No, not the incinerator. Using stimulated emissions, highly excite captured hydrogen compounds, the optical maser array forces the resultant amplifying medium into a resonant cavity, capturing the feedback that is created and producing a coherent radiation beam of unimaginable power. That is the most buzzword bullshit I've ever heard. All right, and we are halfway to the R.Y.N.Oh, and then we're done. And then we're done. We're halfway to being done. Okay, we're well over halfway. This is like the third stream. We're well over halfway. We just need money. That is the most sci-fi word generator description I've ever seen. It's crazy to me because this came out well before, like, you know, generative AI stuff, and that felt like it was created by an artificial intelligence. It did not feel real, it just felt bad. All right, 600,000. Well, hang on. 600,000. We are getting there. Oh my god, that was so heartbreaking. Like, I hope everybody at Annapurna lands on their feet. Like, I guess, again, I'll be talking about it on Sunday, but for people who don't know, recently there was some of the higher-ups at Annapurna were having a disagreement from what I understand. One of the executives stepped down, and then another executive started making dumb decisions because there was no longer an oversight, there was no longer, you know, a mutual, you know... From what I understand, nobody at her level could tell her no or something. Annapurna, Stray is the big one that comes to mind, because I fucking loved Stray. Stray, The Outer Wilds, Neon White, What Remains of Edith Finch... Here we go. Yeah, so What Remains of Edith Finch. Donut County, which is really good. Gone Home, Outer Wilds. They did, Windows and iOS ports for Flower, Journey, Kentucky Route Zero, The Unfinished Swan, Pathless, which was a PS5 launch title, Maquette, 12 Minutes, Artful Escape, Solar Ash, Neon White, Stray, Cocoon. Oh, I fucking loved Cocoon. Besides Firewatch. Yes, Wanderstop, Ghost Bike, Blade Runner 2033, The Lost Wild, Silent Hill Townfall, which isn't even out yet. Like, there are some games coming up that even looked good. The Blade Runner game I was really excited for. Who knows what'll happen? So yeah, there was an issue going on with some higher-ups. And so Annapurna Interactive is a spin-off of Annapurna Pictures. And basically they are a publishing company. They're not the dev company, but they publish games. So they publish, small indie games. And this lone executive who was left, because one of the executives left, from what I understand, because of a disagreement. But this executive was basically planning on consolidating company stuff. closing down some sectors and just consolidating things with Annapurna, just tightening things up. And, which, you know, probably would have caused some layoffs. But in a show of from what I understand, this is in solidarity with the executive that did leave. It's one of those things where, like, I think what happened, from my understanding, I'll have to do more research, is the cool boss left, and so they were just left with the bad boss. So, as a sign of solidarity, everybody at Annapurna quit. They all walked out. So it was, from what I understand, it was a completely, like, mutual understanding of what was going on. There weren't layoffs, but all of these people just walked out. And if that is a big, you know, solidarity thing, you know how good a boss is if you have people willing to do that? Same thing happened at Tango. Resident Evil guy, the guy who founded Tango Gameworks. When it was announced that Tango Gameworks would be closing, which they are not anymore, thank God. They got bought up. But a lot of people left after he left because it wasn't going to be the same. You know, he stepped away from the company. They stepped away from the company. Fuck. Oh yeah, hooray for Tango surviving for sure. What's interesting is the company that bought Tango only took, from what I understand, they only took the Hi-Fi IP, the Hi-Fi Rush IP. They didn't take, you know, the Evil Within or, like, their other games. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I thought the Evil Within was just owned by Bethesda. It was developed by Evil Within. If it's the Evil Within and Evil Within 2, if I remember right, were developed. But they were developed by Tango Gameworks. But they could just be owned by Bethesda. But at that point, you know, it's worth asking how much of, because Bethesda was the publisher, so you could just ask, okay, did Bethesda also own, did Bethesda Xbox also own, Hi-Fi? Like, why were they able to take Hi-Fi but not the other ones? Why was it only Hi-Fi as the only game that the company developed that they were allowed to keep? I think it's bullshit that a company is not allowed to go outside of its comfort zone like that. You know, a company is marketed as a certain way. You know, they make a certain type of game. Like, they didn't think it'd go past one game. No, they wanted it to. Here's the thing. They've talked about it. Tango employees were talking about it. Hi-Fi did really good. It won awards, you know. It didn't make the most money in the world, but they said they wanted to make more Hi-Fi Rush games. Oh, Bethesda? Yeah. But, like, Tango Gameworks was started by a guy that made horror games. Their first few projects were horror games. And the second they make a game that isn't a horror game, Hi-Fi Rush, which is one of the most fun games I've played this year. The second they make a game that isn't that, you know, no matter how well it did, no matter how many awards it gets them, no, that's not what people wanted from them, apparently. It's not good enough. I don't know where the bar is anymore for Xbox if they're willing to close a company that won them awards and made some money. I don't know if it, you know, doubled its budget or anything, but under the Bethesda, if it flopped because it's not a blockbuster, that should not be the barometer, you know. I saw somebody talking about this. This was a person in the music industry who writes music for other pop stars. I can't remember his name, but he wrote for, you know, like, he wrote songs for, like, Justin Bieber, Maroon 5, like, really successful pop hits. He used to release his own music. He always made, like, platinum hit records. All of his records, all of his singles went platinum. But it was still a downhill slope. His first single made billions. His second single didn't do as well, but it was still multi-million. It was a huge, successful single. You know, it went platinum. Still not good enough, because all the executives are seeing is the slope going down. It's still, you know, some of the most money that they are seeing, but it's going down. Which is the most, like... Once you hit those highs, people will see anything below it as a fall off. Yes, and that should not be... I hate the term, you know, when people peak, when somebody's peaked, you know, that they are incapable of ever reaching that high again. That should not be, you know, money should not be the barometer for success. But it just is. It just is. All right, we are 2/3 of the way there. We just need 200. We need 2,910,000 ish. We'll say 3 million. We'll just get to that 10 million marker. Why did I walk right into it? When people consider... Hang on. Nice. There we go. Favorite thing is when people consider people who benefited from nepotism to be successful or good with money. I think nepotism is such an interesting... Like, I don't agree with, like, the idea of nepotism, you know? You got this because your parent is a producer or something. But here's the thing, like, every now and then there is, like, a good... Like, there is a talented nepo baby. Like, I think Jack Quaid is a talented enough actor. I'm not mad when he's in anything. He can hold his own, but he's absolutely a nepo baby. His dad and his uncle used to be, you know, big names. Alright, let's... At this point, we don't even have to do the next boss fight. Let's just, like, run around and get... Was a nepo baby, but he's great. I don't know who that is. Hang on. Yuji? I don't watch The Boys. Here, Arrow. That is the person I was talking about, Jack Quaid. That is the actor I was talking about. We were talking about the same guy. Yeah, so, Jack Quaid's dad, like, Dennis Quaid, his dad, Randy Quaid, yeah, Huey Campbell is, Jack Quaid. I know him from just some movies, like Oppenheimer. Like, he acted opposite, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer. Great scenes, great fucking performances. Oppenheimer, such a good fucking movie, you know? I know it's such a, like, a brain dead, you know? Whenever somebody says, you know, like, oh, you know, X movie that won a lot of awards is clearly good, that doesn't mean a whole lot, but, like, Oppenheimer, Parasite, like, there's just some movies that are, like, deserve the praise. I'm not even a huge Christopher Nolan fan, if I'm being honest. I think a lot of Christopher Nolan movies are, like, a bit overrated. But, like, Oppenheimer actually clicked for me. I can't say the same for a lot of Chris Nolan stuff, but Oppenheimer clicked. Kardashians. And the topic of Springfield in Florida? Huh? Springfield in Florida? Huh? What happened in which Springfield? Springfield, Oregon or Springfield, Ohio? Or wherever the other one is. What happened in Florida? Another Nepo baby that I don't think is too bad. That I'm not, you know, again, can definitely hold her own. Maya Hawke, I think is her name. Ethan Hawke's daughter. Oh, why can't I think of any nepotism babies anymore? I'm struggling to think of Nepo babies now. I know there's more, but oh man. I did hear about the second assassination attempt. I did hear about that, but I heard about it afterwards. I just saw a headline that's like, he's okay after, you know, second assassination attempt. He's okay. That was the headline I saw. Voice actor for Chucky's daughter. I don't know Child's Play all that much. Glenda. Age portrayed by. I'm seeing 3 different. The voice. Billy Boyd? Who are we talking about? Because Billy Boyd was at Lord of the Rings. Believe. Yeah, but we're talking about Chucky's daughter, right? Like from Seed of Chucky? No, the voice actor for Chucky? Oh. You said Chucky's daughter. You said Chucky's daughter. Oh, the voice. Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm seeing Fiona and Christina Dorif. Yeah, these are all like I'm looking at Fiona, and these are a lot of like horror movies that I'm never gonna watch. Fiona Dorif, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Living with Chucky, Don't Look at the Demon, Fear. Fiona Dorif was in Fear Clinic. Excuse the fuck out of me with Robert Englund and Corey Taylor. Oh my god, Fiona Dorif was in Fear Clinic. Okay. All right. We just need. We are so close. God damn it. It's so funny to me that they require you to get so much money, and it doesn't even fit in the freaking, like, the money display. Think of good Nepo babies. It's the only two I think I know. Oh, there's plenty more. Kate Hudson, Wyatt Russell, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis is a great Nepo baby. She's so talented. I love her. Go back to the Danny Moon. Again, we're just grinding out for money. This should be it, honestly. One more run through this planet, and then that should be it. Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome. Like Jamie Lee Curtis is a good example of a nepotism baby that made the most of it. You know, I think she's talented in her own right, and she uses her platform for good. You know? For comedy. Yeah, oh my god, there's so many actors, just like seeing them interviewed, you know. It's like, "Oh, you're fun to have on set." Like you are such a well-meaning person, you know. You can just tell that it's that like some actors are just so okay. We are almost there. We are. Huh? Why did it just blow up like 4 times? I want to see... There's a new show on Apple TV thinking about Thinking about Nepo babies and good use of Nepo babies, there's a new show on Apple TV. I don't have Apple, and I probably never will. But it's called Monarch, and it's based on the fictional organization in the, like, new Western Godzilla movies. Like, from Godzilla, Kong, Skull Island, King of Monsters, Since you mentioned him, the day Robert Englund passes will be a dark day. You could say it'll be a nightmare. Yeah. But what I was saying, this new show Monarch, based on, like, because I like kaiju movies. I'm not like the new Godzilla movies aren't the best. You know, Godzilla -1 blows them all out of the water. But like these new Western kaiju movies. But like it's called Monarch, and it's based on the Monarch or corporation, or the Monarch, you know, organization, whatever it is, you know, that are supposed to be containing these kaiju. And it flashes back, like it takes, like, there's modern day and then there's flashbacks, and Kurt Russell and his son Wyatt Russell play the same character. Kurt Russell plays him in modern day, and then Wyatt Russell plays a young him back when he, like, started with Monarch. And so it flashes forward and back between these two time periods to tell its story, which I think is so fucking cool. That is a good use of a nepotism baby, to cast them as the same person, and then, like, you know, if they're both good enough actors. I think Wyatt Russell's okay. I think he's fine. I think Night Swim wasn't awesome. To one adaptation. Oh, yeah. -1 is great because, like, Godzilla -1 uses great... Night Swim was certainly a movie. I saw that in theaters. I saw Night Swim in theaters. If I remember right, my exact review on Letterboxd said, Pool Sludge Homunculus Dad does not learn to be a better father. Was my only takeaway from that movie, was that the Pool Sludge Homunculus Dad, who was Wyatt Russell, does not learn to be a better father. God, what a movie. They decided to make that. Didn't feel too bad by the end. He fucked around and found out. Nah, the evil pool got him. Did you ever see Tarot? Thinking about, you know, bad horror movies from this year. Did you see Tarot? Anybody in chat know about this movie? It looked okay. The costumes in Tarot are good. I would say, like, the creature designs in Tarot are very good. You know, I appreciate the costuming, I appreciate everything that went into it. But being a PG-13 horror movie, all of the kills were, like, off-screen, and they are kind of goofy. Like, how people die are kind of goofy. There is one. Here's the thing. Tarot, I think, is paced extremely well. Tarot is paced extremely well, and there actually is a legitimate, really because of the father? Yeah, no. Baseball Dad fucking sucked. Me and my friends, we just refer to him as Baseball Dad, because it is not required. Why is he a baseball player? Why the fuck is he, like, a former, like... What did he play for? The Twins? Just, like, a plot point in the movie is that he used to be a baseball player, and then he, like, threw out his shoulder and had to retire. Why is that a plot point? He could just be a stay-at-home dad, and the movie does not change. It's so funny that they made him a baseball player. They could have made him literally fucking anything and just been like, injury. Generic injury, but baseball dad. Was such an unnecessary thing. I think literally anyone would be pissed about not being able to walk properly. Yeah. But anyway, Taro was incredibly well-paced. I did enjoy the pacing of Taro, especially in terms of the kills. I think the kills and the monsters, like, the escalation worked for me, except for the very last one. Like, from what I remember, the second to last kill is the coolest and, like, the most visceral, and, like, the sound design in that movie is actually fucking good. It's so hard to find good sound design in some movies nowadays. But yeah, the sound design in Terror was so good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise.
Wasted 11 months. What's going on, dude? Next month is a year. Next month is a year. Let's see if we can get to 100 followers by the 1 year mark. That'll sure be something. Alright, let's go back to Chalix. We are so close. We are... Okay. We are so close. But yeah, I really... Here's the thing. I'll never watch Tarot again. I feel... It's not one of the things that's like, I'm glad I saw it once. But there's definitely some imagery in Tarot. Made to fill a quota, possibly to induce hydrophobia. Yeah, like... I think Night Swim had about one good jump scare. And... So, I watched Tarot in theaters with one other person. Me and John, we do Kill All Film Majors, our movie podcast. We went to see Tarot. We were the only ones in the theater. I don't think we ever did an episode on Tarot, but just, you know, we were watching movies. We decided to go see Tarot. We were thinking maybe we could pair it with something, and we might in the future. We might go back to Tarot and watch something to go with it for an episode. But we watched Tarot. Legitimately, I don't think, even though it's a PG-13 horror movie, I don't think I could have seen Tarot alone. It was very, like, it almost got me. Like, in terms of actually being, like, a scary movie. But the fact that it wasn't rated R, I don't think it went far enough. Which, you know, disappointing. You seen Spree? No. I'm not huge on horror movies, is the thing. Like, I'll see some of them when my friends want to go see them. You know. I don't even know if Spree is a horror movie, just based on our conversation. I'm assuming it's a horror movie. It could not be, but it doesn't even ring a bell, if I'm being honest. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Takes a look at the lengths people go to for clout, how people are used to seeing violence online. They'd rather watch it than help. Interesting. See, that sounds like a fascinating idea, but I can see how that would just... Oh my god, I'm so pissed I missed Trap. I'm so mad that I missed Trap. There was a day, a few of my friends went to see it, and I was like, no, I'll pass. You know, my partner and I were talking about going to see it, and we just never did. We just never We just never saw Trap. I can wait for it. The thing is, I heard Josh Hartnett, is that the main guy in it? I heard like it's a performance of a lifetime. I heard he is the best part of the movie. I heard he's, you know, so good in it, all these great things. All right, let's go back and buy the R.Y.N.Oh, and then that's it. Oh my god, just walk, goddamn you. Fucking shot via cameras at different angles. Social media guy. Good. I mean, I like. At least it's doing something interesting. It's done. It's done. It's done. Congratulations! So here's the thing. I do also have things I need to do today. Unfortunately, I didn't know how long this was going to take. But realistically, I think I would only have maybe another half hour. So, short stream today. You know, only about half the time I would normally get out of a stream, but I think I am going to call it here for today. I'm sorry, Josh Hutcherson and everything. But to me, he's still the kid from Bridge to Terabithia. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, let's drop some socials. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. I genuinely appreciate you. If you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitch. It's the easiest way to know when I go live. It's free. I super appreciate it. And at 100 followers, we will play ET. It's probably going to be a Monday game, because this is Mondays are the games, you know, that aren't voted on by the Discord server. I'll try and find something for next time. I don't know what it'll be. Do you guys... Here's a question. Do you guys want to know what the Monday game is going to be, or do you want it to be a surprise? Do you want to wait until I go live to like see what it is, or do you guys want like a notification in the Discord server? Because I'd be totally fine. Like once I have it figured out, I can post it and be like, "Hey, this is what's surprise." All right. But yeah, aside from, you know, VODs on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. There is also a Discord server. People vote on the games that I play, all that good stuff. And there is a little Patreon. For right now, it's just a tip jar. You get your name read out at the beginning of the stream. And also, I am working on scripted content for YouTube. I'm looking to, quote, expand the brand, as it were. The YouTube that's up right now, originally what I put it up for was just anything that I make, just a one-stop shop for any of my content, but now it's just flooded with VODs at this point. People subscribe to the YouTube for the VODs, and I don't want the other things that I make to get lost in that shuffle, because, you know, people aren't subscribed to the VOD channel for the other stuff. So I am working on a second YouTube channel. One for the VODs channel is going to stay as is. Nothing is changing at the moment, but I am expanding, is how I've been looking at it. So, there's probably going to be a YouTube video at some point, you know, some kind of like update video of, you know, here's everything going on, and we'll go from there. But just know that things are expanding, things are changing. I'm trying new things, and, you know, I hope you guys stay with me for it. You know, if you just want to stay for the live streams, I appreciate you just as much. You know, don't feel the need to keep up with everything that I do, but just know that, like, I want to try new things. You know, I still love streaming, but there's, you know, I want to, there's some things, you know, that I have opinions on that I want to talk about, because I'm entitled like that. And then there's also my movie podcast, Kill All Film Majors. New episode every other Saturday. We do things like Box Office Bomb Squad, where we watch movies that are bombing in movie theaters. We have episodes called, I think we just call them double feature. I call them like dubious double feature, where we watch a couple of things that are very tenuously related. like the one that we're going to be recording at the end of this week. Little, I guess, a look forward for you guys, a little sneak peek, is we're doing a Randy Quaid double feature, which is why I had Jack Quaid on the mind. I get to watch some Randy Quaid movies this week. It'll be a good time. We also have a Goodwill grab bag, where we just have, it's grab bag, but we just have this crate of like thrifted movies, and we just pull 2 out of there, and those are bad movies. But yeah, it's a good time. I hope you check it out. But yeah, that's everything I got going on, I think, for the time being. I'm gonna get out of here. This was a time. I want to thank everybody for sticking with me. Another platinum. What number is this? What number platinum trophy is this? Why aren't my dopamine receptors going off? We'll reset the app. This was... Do we have any guesses? Do you have any guesses about what platinum number this was? Hang on. What does the R.Y.N.Oh look like when I fire it? Oh, that's annoying. That's... Alright. This was platinum trophy number 288. I feel nothing. Be good. Be kind. Treat people the way that you would want to be treated. And I'll catch you tomorrow for more, Oh, Spyro tomorrow! We're starting Attack of the Rhinox tomorrow! Yeah, Spyro Attack of the Rhinox, and then we're finishing Judgment, and then more Alan Wake 2. It's gonna be a good week. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see how Judgment ends. I'm so excited. Alright, now I'm gonna get out of here. Be good, be kind, treat people the way that you want to be treated, and I'll catch you in the next one.